A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant turn of events, Vladimir Putin finds himself in a position of strength as critical US-Russia talks are set to take place in Saudi Arabia on Tuesday, aimed at addressing the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. The Trump administration has seemingly dismantled the isolation that Putin faced on the international stage, leading to concerns about a shift in U.S. foreign policy that may favor the Russian leader over traditional American allies. As the U.S. prepares for these pivotal discussions, conflicting statements from Trump's aides have stirred anxiety among European nations. The prospect of the U.S. negotiating a peace deal with Russia without the involvement of Ukraine or its European allies has raised alarms, prompting France to call an emergency meeting with key leaders ahead of the talks. President Trump has expressed optimism about achieving peace, stating, "We're moving along. We're trying to get a peace with Russia, Ukraine, and we're working very hard on it." However, his vague assurances have left many, including Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, feeling uneasy about the potential outcomes of the negotiations. Zelensky has firmly stated that he would never accept any decisions between the United States and Russia about Ukraine, highlighting the importance of Ukrainian sovereignty in these discussions. Leading the U.S. delegation to Saudi Arabia will be Secretary of State Marco Rubio, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, and Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff. Rubio has emphasized that the upcoming talks are a continuation of Trump's recent phone call with Putin, but he cautioned that one conversation alone cannot resolve such a complex situation. He also contradicted earlier claims that European nations would be excluded from the negotiations, asserting that both Ukraine and European allies must be involved in any serious discussions about peace. The mixed messages from the Trump administration have fueled fears that a deal could be struck that undermines Ukraine's territorial integrity and legitimizes Russia's aggressive actions. Some analysts have criticized Trump for potentially sacrificing leverage with his outreach to Putin, while others have pointed out that the absence of Ukrainian representation in the talks could diminish their negotiating power. Concerns about the U.S.'s commitment to NATO and European security have been further exacerbated by comments from Trump officials, including Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, who indicated that NATO membership for Ukraine would not be part of any peace deal. Such statements have been met with skepticism, as many believe they could embolden Russian aggression and embolden Putin's ambitions in the region. The geopolitical landscape is shifting rapidly, with European leaders expressing their apprehensions about the implications of Trump's foreign policy. Polish Foreign Minister Radek Sikorski described Trump's call with Putin as a mistake that could lower morale in Ukraine. Yet he acknowledged that European nations would eventually have to contribute to any peacekeeping efforts. As the talks approach, European leaders are scrambling to formulate a united front. French President Emmanuel Macron has convened an informal meeting with leaders from Germany, Britain, Italy, Poland, Spain, the Netherlands, and Denmark, as well as key figures from the European Council and NATO. The aim is to ensure that European interests are represented and that any agreement reached does not come at the expense of Ukraine's sovereignty. In the backdrop of these discussions, Saudi Arabia is emerging as a key player in the geopolitical arena. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's growing influence in Middle Eastern affairs and his relationship with both Trump and Putin positions the kingdom as a crucial mediator. The Saudi-led talks could bolster the kingdom's image on the global stage, but they also highlight the complexities of navigating relationships in a volatile region. Furthermore, the Trump administration is attempting to leverage Saudi Arabia's influence to address the ongoing conflict in Gaza, seeking a normalization agreement between the Saudis and Israelis. However, achieving such a deal remains fraught with challenges, particularly concerning the rights of Palestinians and the broader implications for regional stability. As the world watches these developments unfold, the stakes are high. The outcome of the U.S.-Russia talks could have far-reaching consequences for international relations and the future of NATO. The credibility of the United States is on the line, and how the Trump administration handles this critical moment will shape perceptions of American leadership in the years to come. In summary, the upcoming talks in Saudi Arabia represent a pivotal moment in U.S.-Russia relations, with the potential to reshape the geopolitical landscape. As President Trump seeks to negotiate peace, the involvement of Ukraine and European allies remains crucial to ensuring that any agreements reached do not compromise the sovereignty and security of the region. The world is watching closely, and the decisions made in the coming days could have lasting implications for global stability. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.